This picture shows the X-ray of a hand dipped in iodine. Iodine absorbs X-rays, revealing the skin around the bones. After just finishing film school, two students wanted to make a film but could only afford one room. They challenged themselves to make a film that only occurred in one room. From that idea grew a movie they would release as Saw. In 2012, a Swiss study found that you're more likely to die on your birthday. In fact, you are 14% more likely to die on your birthday than on any other day of the year. A Japanese restaurant features a unique touch with waxwork samurai in the urinals, offering patrons a quirky and memorable experience. The unconventional decor adds a cultural twist to the restroom ambiance, making it a distinctive element of the dining experience. After the Columbia disaster in 2003, a Texas farmer discovered this astronaut helmet in his field. The debris, remnants of the tragic space shuttle accident, served as a somber reminder of the human cost of space exploration. German artist Hans Bellmer created The Doll in 1936. It is a surrealist artwork featuring fragmented and contorted female body parts. Created in Germany, it reflects Bellmer's exploration of eroticism, repression, and the human form, provoking both fascination and discomfort. The Kiss of Death is a marble sculpture found in Poblenou Cemetery in Barcelona. The sculpture is thought to have been created by Jean Barba. In the 18th century, the Romans quarantined patients with the plague on Poveglia Island in Italy. Those inflicted with the plague, along with other diseased individuals, were left to die on this island. They later turned this area into a mental hospital, which closed in 1968. Because of its past, many claim that the island is incredibly haunted. The Enfield monster refers to a reported cryptid sighting in Enfield, Illinois in 1973. Described as a large, hairy creature with 3 legs, it generated local interest but lacks concrete evidence. Many dismiss it as a hoax or misidentification of an animal. The Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa, gained notoriety for the gruesome unsolved murders of the Moore family and 2 guests in 1912. The site is believed to be haunted, attracting paranormal investigators, but the case remains a chilling mystery. Issei Sagawa, infamously known as Issei the Cannibal, committed a heinous crime in 1981, murdering and cannibalizing René Hartevelt. Despite his arrest, legal loopholes led to a controversial release, sparking global outrage. Sagawa's case remains a chilling and unresolved chapter in criminal history. Robert Durst, heir to a real estate fortune, gained infamy due to suspected involvement in 3 murders. Notably linked to his wife Kathy's disappearance, Durst's trial gained attention after revelations in the documentary The Jinx. In 2021, he was convicted of his friend Susan Berman's murder. Kennedy Ife, a vulnerable man, was killed by his family in an alleged exorcism gone wrong. Believing he was possessed, they restrained him at home using cable ties and rope. The family faces manslaughter charges, with the prosecution arguing their misguided religious beliefs led to the tragic death in 2016. They deny the charges. Susan Berman, a writer and friend of Robert Durst, was tragically murdered in 2000. Her death remained unsolved for years, gaining prominence during Durst's trial in 2021. Durst was convicted of her murder, shedding light on this chilling chapter in criminal history. Paulette Guevara, a 4-year-old Mexican girl, went missing in 2010. Her disappearance shocked the nation. Despite an extensive search, her body was found in her own bedroom, raising questions about the initial investigation. The case remains a haunting mystery, stirring speculation and unease. Dive into the unsettling world of Canadian creepiness with the legend of the Wendigo. This mysterious creature, part of indigenous folklore, is said to embody the terror of the wilderness, haunting the Great North with its insatiable hunger. The Wendigo myth continues to captivate and spook to this day. Candyman, rooted in urban legend, revolves around saying Candyman in a mirror. Linked to supernatural horror, the legend explores themes of fear and belief. The 1992 film popularized the tale, creating a chilling legacy that continues to captivate audiences. A woman buried alive by mistake is feared to have lay conscious inside her coffin for 11 days while trying to fight her way out. Rosangela Almeida dos Santos, age 37, screamed during her desperate struggle to break free, during which she sustained injuries to her wrists. Teke Teke, a spine-chilling Japanese urban legend, tells of a ghostly woman split in half by a train. She roams, dragging her upper body, emitting a distinct teke teke sound. Encounter her at night, and she might chase you, seeking to share her tragic fate. The Cincinnati Crawler, an eerie urban legend, involves a humanoid creature spotted in tunnels beneath the city. Described as pale and insect-like, it unnerves locals who claim sightings. The legend adds a mysterious layer to Cincinnati's underground folklore. A father and son in Texas have been charged in the killings of an 18-year-old pregnant woman who disappeared before Christmas and her boyfriend, who San Antonio police say were fatally shot before their bodies were moved and later found in a car. Arachnodactyly, or spider fingers, is a condition in which the fingers are abnormally long and slender in comparison to the palm of the hand. During the cleanup, following the collapse of the World Trade Center, crews uncovered a shipwreck positioned 7 feet below the foundation. The ship came from Philadelphia circa 1773. An Alaska Airlines flight faced a nightmare as a section blew out mid-flight, causing chaos. Belongings were sucked out, a child had to be held down, and oxygen masks deployed. The pilot made an emergency landing in Portland, Oregon. Minor injuries were treated, and 1 person underwent further evaluation. The incident on the Boeing 737-9 MAX, which was recently certified, prompted Alaska Airlines to temporarily ground its fleet for inspections and investigation. This is the statue of St. Bartholomew, who was an early Christian martyr who was allegedly skinned alive. That is not a robe he's holding, it's his skin. Alien hand syndrome is a phenomenon in which one hand is not under control of the mind. The person loses control of the hand, and it acts as if it has a mind of its own. This is a photograph of a lobotomy kit. A lobotomy is a form of neurosurgical treatment for psychiatric disorder or neurological disorder that involved severing connections in the brain's prefrontal cortex. The surgery caused most of the connections to and from the prefrontal cortex, the anterior part of the frontal lobes of the brain, to be severed. The last lobotomy was performed in 1967. In 1971, Soviet engineers in the Turkmenistan desert ignited a natural gas-filled pit, with the expectation that the flames would extinguish in a few days. Astonishingly, 52 years later, the door to hell continues to burn to this day. This is an eerie underwater cave death warning sign. The eerie underwater cave death warning sign serves as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking beneath. Placed at cave entrances, it cautions divers about the perils of navigating these intricate underwater labyrinths, emphasizing the need for caution and experience in exploration. There are historical records that say 2 children with green skin turned up in a village in England during the 12th century. They spoke an unknown language and rejected any food except raw beans. One of the children died soon afterward, but the other learned to speak English. She said they came from a world called St. Martin's Land, where there was no sunlight. Alice in Wonderland syndrome is a condition that causes temporary episodes of distorted perception and disorientation. You may feel larger or smaller than you actually are, and also find that the room you're in or the surrounding furniture seems to shift and feel further away or closer than it really is.